Theme song. Somebody save me. Don't care how you do it. Just say it. Don't react like that. Look.
Fucking hell.
I don't.
It's a terrible way to start.
I think
we've just lost
all the
mostly
listeners.
everybody.
Listen, we've got Remy Zero though.
That's
so
true.
they'll be on board. They're gearing up their lawyers. They're ready to sue.
Fucking hell.
Honestly, I don't think they can use the internet. So I think we'll be fine.
Are they still around?
I don't know. What's going on? Theme song. And they say that a hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand here to wait. I hold on to the wings of an eagle. Watch as they all fly away. And they're watching.
Sorry.
It was good. It was teamwork.
Do you think that's a better theme song than last week's theme song?
I think they're both the best theme songs.
Do you think people will be impressed or annoyed?
Annoyed.
Cool.
Hi, James. Hi, friends. Hi, hello, the internet. I'm against movie adaptations.
I'm against racism.
Yeah, good.
Sorry.
Wow. That's...
Continue,
You
sorry.
made me look quite the fool with my being against certain comic books.
So we're just looking. He's got underpants there, I can see. And the one on the right.
Yeah.
I think we should make a rule in the show where during the show we don't look up anything. We just take an educated guess.
Yeah, okay, good.
And then
All right.
let people fire aggressive responses at
That
us.
sounds fantastic. All right, yep.
Oh, no, like, I
And
don't
also
care.
no underpants talk.
No
I think
underpants.
That's probably to the best.
So this is it forever.
Okay, good.
Okay, great. Americans.
They're wacky traditions. Oh.
Yeah, so I thought maybe...
We traded Halloween for free healthcare. How do you like that, America? Now that the world isn't ending. It's love that I'm sending to you. It isn't the love of a hero, and that's why I fear it won't do. Dun, 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 dun. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Okay, so this week, in the interest of professionalism, because this is kind of a thing now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit quietly and I'm going to listen attentively to the show, and maybe I'll learn a little something.
Okay,
About
so
life.
no song.
We'll see. Let's just go. Just run with it. All right, just go.
I'm skeptical, but I trust you.
Okay,
That's
good.
why we do
Yeah,
this. 'Cause
That's
we're
why
friends.
we're such good friends. Exactly. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 3 of the Weekly Planet, where this week we'll be...
Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh, the more I give you, the stranger it feels. Yeah. Okay, that's the last one. I promise that's the last one. We'll get an actual theme song. I think if we've proven anything over the last couple episodes, it's,
Which we have.
we've got this podcast is a combination of incredible enthusiasm, but also just baffling ignorance. Like, I think maybe, I reckon about 10 episodes in, I'll have devolved to the point where I'm just like, oh, who's the guy? And he's red and he's blue, and he's got the S. Is it Strong Man? He's very strong. I think it's probably Strong Man. Like, a lot of the time how Sam Jackson works on a set is that they just put him in the costume and the earpiece and the eye patch or whatever.
Yeah.
And then just point him to the set and they let him go. They're just like, hey, Sam, Clark, he backed over your golf clubs in his car. Do you want to maybe talk to him about that? And he's like, he what? And then he just runs in. And then they just edit around it until they've got enough for the 2 minutes.
Facts and cold hard facts we know about the movie to be true.
That's what we're about.
So,
Cold hard facts.
he's a...
And red hot comic book movie news. Shooting up your butthole. That's a new catchphrase, by the way. I know.
Shooting up your butthole.
Red hot comic book movie facts. Shooting up your butthole. I realise I didn't discuss it with you in advance.
Why would you? Just
No,
bring it
but
up,
I think it's
fine.
going to get... Look, all the websites I went to, they were really keen on the
Oh,
idea.
good. Excellent.
Buttstuff.com. Nobody looked that up. It's probably a real website.
Yeah,
Don't just look it up.
We're recording the television podcast. I'll cut this out.
No, leave that in. Definitely leave. No, actually, cut that out. I'm more than a bird. I'm more than a plane. I'm more than some pretty face beside a train. How do you like that one?
I honestly thought you were out of songs. I am surprised.
I quickly name one more Five for Fighting song. Can you? I'll give you this $1. You can't. It's not going to happen.
I can't think of any.
Okay, let me get... No, actually, I haven't done any research. That was a bluff. I couldn't think of any either. But I would have accepted Saturday Night's All Right for 5 for Fighting.
That's not a real song.
No, it's not a real song.
Okay.
I would have accepted 5 for Fighting, 2 for Furious. And I also would have accepted Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's 5 for Fighting, which was their biggest hit.
You either have to say it's the best movie ever or the worst movie ever. No middle ground.
No middle ground,
So if you
okay.
really like the movie, but you're like, but there's this bit that I know, worst movie ever.
Fantastic.
Fair enough.
I think that's fair.
Because that's,
yeah.
I think, how the internet responds to most things anyway. So I think
that's
why
good.
change that?
Operate in superlatives. That's what I like
Yes.
to do. Extremes. It's good.
Extremes.
You're barely even a... Squirrel Girl.
Wow.
I know, right?
Is that a real person?
It's a real... Yes.
Because people don't know that I do this podcast. It's like a secret in
Right,
my
exactly,
life. Because
yeah.
as soon as anybody I know knows that I do this, I'm going to shut this whole thing down.
That's
I'm
the
going
spirit.
to burn it to the ground.
That's the spirit.
Premium.
Never played it.
One?
No.
Have you ever seen a plant?
Are they like... Is there one in this room?
Yeah. That's it, yeah.
Wow, okay,
that,
wow.
That heater-shaped thing.
Huh,
That's a
no,
plant.
that's cool.
How it's giving off heat. It's a
Yeah, it's
heat,
great.
It's a heat plant.
It's fantastic.
I had a guy I went to school with. This is a funny story.
Is it?
You know what? For me it is.
I'll be the judge of it, but alright.
Normally, I keep personal stuff out of
Listeners,
this.
I would like you very specifically to email in if you do not find this a funny story. And for every person who says they didn't find it funny, he's getting a slap.
Wow, okay. You really set me up to be slapped here.
Well, you've set it up yourself.
okay,
It's the
so
funny story.
a guy I went to school with, like, super nice, enthusiastic guy, but way too irritating.
Uh-huh.
For years he was like, I'm gonna be a pilot. You can see where this is going, I'm
I
sure.
really can, boy.
And he's like, and for years and years he was talking it up, and eventually he found out he was colorblind, like in Little Miss Sunshine, the movie.
Uh-huh.
And but he kept on pushing through and being like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it, I can do it. And a lot of people had to like sit him down multiple times and be like, by law,
Yeah.
you cannot. Like, nothing against your will and determination, but you cannot be a pilot.
Huh.
And now he's dead. He's not dead, he's not dead. But I thought I wanted to...
You saved it at the end. You saved that at the end. I'm like, this is quite morbid. I thought you were going to go, he's dead, or like he fell in a big pile of manure at the end. That would have been great. That would have been the second best ending, but I'm glad you went with that one.
I don't know anything about art. I don't understand it, I don't like it, so I
Yeah.
don't feel like I should
You're
comment.
afraid of it.
Fuck art.
When you're in an art gallery, you have to hide behind the couch.
That's
because
right.
you're so scared.
Bring my own couch.
Yeah.
Hide behind it. Blue and grey doesn't always play.
That's the saying, isn't it? That's the saying in Hollywood. That's what Michael Bay is always saying.
Sure is.
He's like, blue and grey doesn't always play. Michael Bay. And he points finger guns and he says, Michael Bay.
and then he smashes his head into a pile of cocaine.
Yeah, that's what he does. Having just lifted his head from the pile of cocaine to say that, and then back into the cocaine. Quick behind the scenes.
Sure.
Every time we record this, you're either really tired or hungover or still drunk from the previous night. It's quite admirable that you continue, because
Thank
were
you,
I
I
in that
appreciate
state,
it.
I would have cancelled. So,
Gotta get it out there. Gotta give the people what I presume they want.
I think, gotta give people what they're gonna force down their throats into your holes. I don't even know 100,000 people.
Don't you?
No, it's weird.
I thought you were more popular.
No, I'm not.
Fair enough.
Very unlikable in real life.
If you'd like to know Mason, though,
Yeah.
intimately, you can hit him up on Twitter at Wikipedia Brown.
Where can they find you on Twitter?
They can't.
Oh, that's
No.
good. Good.
At Weekly Planet Pod is ours.
And then I saw the trailer, and I'm like, for the 1989 Batman movie, and I'm like, oh my god, Batman's real. He's a real... Because he had the black costume, and he had the car, and the Joker was this horrible monster with a frozen grin. I see why I see why you created this podcast, is to do about 9 episodes to cover up what this is, and then you're just gonna let loose on all your childhood bullies. I understand. I get it. I don't approve, but, you know, do your thing.
First off,
Yes?
ask me how I am.
How are you?
I'm not happy!
Really?
And
Wow.
And I'll tell you why.
Yep.
You know what came out in everywhere else in the world this week?
That we didn't get.
Yeah.
At cinemas.
Yes.
What?
The Hobbit 2. Desolation of Smaug.
Smaug.
Yeah.
Smaug.
fucking believable. This has been an ongoing thing since the Lord of the Rings movies. We get them on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
And everybody
Which
else
for
gets
Americans is the day after Christmas.
Yeah, that's right, sorry. Which is, why do we get them so late?
I don't know, because although...
There's nothing out!
Steady. First steady. Steady, mate. Did you like the last one?
No, but apparently this one's really good. No, I didn't hate it, but apparently this one's really good.
So you were ramping up and you were super aggro.
Well, I want to review it and talk about it, but I can't, can I?
Yeah, that's true.
People are like, what do you think of it? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. It's probably good. You fucking tell me.
Great. Well...
See, I'm swearing a lot, I'm sorry. It's
no, that's fine.
too much.
We'll not edit that out. That's why I never go skydiving. Because
you're constantly hang gliding.
Well, because I'm constantly hang gliding. I'm really busy with the hang gliding. I got my new Pro Glider 4000. It's carbon fibre.
It's fluoro.
Yeah, but I will never go skydiving because it seems safe and people know what they're doing. It doesn't seem safe. But I'll get there and I'll pull the cord and nothing will happen. And I'll pull the reserve chute and nothing will happen. And I'll go, well, I did this, didn't I? I paid $500 to kill myself, to short my life by 30, 40 years. Because I'm a massive idiot.
I'd like to think you pull the cord,
yep,
and then a whole lot of spiders come out.
Yeah, great.
And you pull the other cord, and then you catch fire.
Great, yep. Yep, love us.
Then you fall into a pile of broken glass.
Yeah. And then it cuts to, like, a guy, and he's sitting at a bench, and he's like, time for my lunch of spiders and pyrotechnics. And he pops it open, and a parachute comes out. He's like, oh, man! Worst day ever! When I was growing up, I always thought that American children were much bigger than Australian children. And that's because all American TV and movies, you had sort of high school age characters being played by like 25-year-olds.
Yeah.
And so I was always terrified. I was terrified that Americans would come over here and beat us all up. Like they just send their children.
They send their children.
If I could summarise the trailers of this first 3 months, it's you know, a bit of dramatic.
Everybody should know this as well. 20 minutes before we started recording, he just did that for 20 minutes. Just sitting in the room. I'm trying to prepare. He's just...
You can take these out in the edit.
I'm not gonna.
But anyway, it's a lot of that. You could summarise all the movies.
Yeah, you could. You're right. And there is a point in every trailer that pretty much coming up where there is that particular...
Yeah.
If you drink enough urine, you'll start producing your own urine.
That's
How about
true.
that?
Yeah.
Now it can put...
You eat too many potato chips, you'll turn into a potato chip, mate.
That's
what
it.
my mum always said.
Is she right?
Nah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you know, I lost a bet and I have to name my first kid Concession Stand.
That's unfortunate for you.
But that same person I lost the bet to, he also lost a bet and he has to name his kid Galvatron.
Great.
That's a true story. Yeah, so there you go.
Great.
But anyway, Bleeding Cool responded to the denials with the following. We remain confident in our...
No, continue.
They're British.
Yeah.
We remain confident in our source. Bleeding Cool suggests that if Fox would really like to stomp on the rumour, they should stop approaching... This is really difficult to do. They should stop approaching Falk to replace the director and to write a new screenplay.
Interesting.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
None of it. I was making my little noises. It's pretty great.
Don't feel obliged to give anything to anybody at any point. I want to be clear about that. But I really appreciate
Hoard
that.
your money.
Yes, that's
Put
right.
it in a big bin and swim around in it.
But I said to Matt Taylor, I knew a guy called Matt Taylor from my school, and I fucking hated him.
What a surprise.
This is a different guy. Yeah, real dickhead.
Uh-huh.
This guy's not a dickhead.
Yeah.
But I recommended, I did some work in Africa. Not a big deal, Mason, don't worry about it. I'm not a hero. But,
I didn't say you were a hero.
okay.
Nobody
you
did.
You
I
reached
didn't
for
imply
that.
it.
You reached for that medal to hand me.
I did do that, yeah.
Yeah. It's not the 50s where you can throw your wife in a hospital and go get a scotch.
That's right.
Mm.
At the hospital.
Yes, that's right.
From the doctor.
Yeah. Why? What would you do?
Yeah, I'd probably go back like 10 minutes. I like what I'm doing now.
That's the
pretty
thing.
good. Yeah.
There's no time like the now, Mason.
Correct.
Until you have a heart attack in a bathroom.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Ooh.
So yeah, good question though.
Yeah.
You want to hear the theme song?
Yes!
You haven't heard this yet.
I'm ready.
It incorporates my theme song from the other week, which I sung. I don't know if you remember. I'm doing the theme. What are we reading today?
That's great.
He's really nailed it, hasn't he?
He has nailed that.
Yeah.
He's nailed it. It's exactly as ramshackle as what we do, but with a delightful sheen of professionalism over the top.
So the
With
brutes...
the musical ability we lack.
That's it. But, like, who cares what the band's backstory is, do you know what I mean?
That's true.
I mean, they wrote that great song.
You know, if two Jedi fighting each other, and,
Yes.
and then the lightsaber blades clash together, why not just switch your blade off, have it pass through, and then fire it up again?
Then
Yeah.
Cut in
Then
half.
cut them in half. A lot of people have mentioned that to me. First of all, maybe there's like a spin up time, like you switch it off, it takes a while to fire it back up again.
Okay.
I had another point though. If you both have Jedi powers, why don't you just switch the other guy's lightsaber off? Right?
Maybe you're always consciously making sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a
maybe.
whole lot of things going on in the
we
Jedi
don't see,
battle
yeah.
that we don't see.
That's probably true. Yeah.
I want inner monologue of a Jedi battle then.
Yeah.
Keep your mind on, don't let him press the button to
Yeah,
turn
yeah.
it off.
Yeah.
Now you can have these almonds because you had a good show, mate.
Yeah. Victory almonds.
Mason had a bowl of almonds that I gave him before we started. And he made a promise.
They're real good.
Not to eat the almonds.
Even though I'm out of nog, they're still pretty good.
Can I have an almond?
No, never mind.
Can I have an almond?
No.
You son of a bitch. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Weekly Planet, official podcast of comicbookmovie.com. My name is James, editor at comicbookmovie.com. You may know me as Mr. Sunday. With me, as always, is my co-host, Nick. Middle name, I don't know, Mason.
How can you not know my middle name at this
What's
point?
my middle name? Touche.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm going to bleep that out, though.
Of course you are. Yeah.
Because it's a dumb middle name.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Last question. Should people be grabbing that gem?
Yeah, grab that gem.
I don't know, man.
No, what if you're one of the chosen people? Why not?
Don't take the chance.
No, take the chance. You're in space. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, explode. You might explode. But you probably, like, if you're in space, if you find yourself in space, you're probably destined for great things. So just grab that gem.
Good point.
Yeah.
You got
That's
it.
a new sign off, by the way. Grab that gem.
All right.
Hashtag grab that gem.
Nice. It's better than eat them eggs.
Absolutely,
Because they enjoy your burrito. It's similar.
Absolutely, and I can't remember how I made that reference, so. I have, and I don't know if you have, I have what I call the double leg break pile, which is all the movies and TV shows and books and comics or whatever that I'll get to. Like, the only way I can get to them is if I break both my legs in some sort of accident. I can't do anything else.
Sure.
In
In a Harrison Ford-esque accident.
Yes, exactly. The door falls on both my legs.
Yeah. He's good, isn't he? I guess. Until he went crazy.
Yep.
He was
you're
very,
absolutely right,
very,
yeah.
very charismatic kind of actor and
Yep.
whatever, but it's a shame that he's a lunatic.
Yeah, he looks sort of like a panda in Expendables 3. Like some of those early establishing shots. He's got these real sunken eyes. Like he's real pale, he's got these sunken eyes. I'm like, is that a pet? No, it's Mel Gibson. Why's that guy got a bowl haircut? Why's he a cool guy with a bowl haircut?
Does he hate Superman because Superman gave him that bowl haircut? Just
Well,
laser
yeah.
visioned it into him.
Every time he comes out of a salon and he's had his hair fixed, and then Superman just flies out of orbit and lasers a bowl cut on him and flies out again, just as a goof. Like, Superman's the best man in the world, but he just has to get his aggression out somewhere. And he's like, oh, this guy could take it. I'll just laser cut him a bowl cut every time.